Greetings, mortals, and welcome to what is hopefully going to be a short video on explaining how to get the first come first serve achievement in Europa Universalis 4. First thing to note that's important is there are specific islands that you want to pay attention to. You need every province in all of North America and South America, and Bermuda is counted as North America, and the Caribbean is also North America. The Galapagos over here is South America. This is South America, the Falklands, and South Georgia is also considered part of South America, even though it's so far away. Do not make the mistake that I did and leave South Georgia not realizing that it's part of South America until the very end of the game, and then have to fight France, Spain, which also controls half of Italy, and Portugal at the same time in an imperial conquest where you have to conquer Lisboa in order to take one dinky little province down here. It is a nightmare to do. You do not want to have to do that, so please, just conquer it early. One of the important things is that you need the enemies to be able to do some colonizing, but you want to control how much they colonize and where. You want to make sure that when in North America, you do not want them getting a lot of territory at once. So when a colonial nation forms in North America, conquer that colonial nation immediately, and then they'll start reforming it again over time. So just keep putting them down. In South America, that's less critical because you can take more territory and core more territory quickly. But generally speaking, you want to keep the enemies weak, but keep them invested in colonizing. So just keep pushing them down every time they get back up. Colonize the Caribbean early and Bermuda as well. Colonize Bermuda and the Caribbean early because it will help you dramatically, and the islands are a nightmare to fight over. So if you can conquer them all early, it'll make your life a lot easier. Now, I used the Tengri religion, which allowed me to set Catholic as my syncretic faith. This helped me a lot with the ability, especially early on, being able to have the sort of Christian territory that I'm taking, all this Catholic territory that I'm stealing from the Spaniards and the Portuguese, is just considered to be my own faith. You can do whatever faith you want, but for me, I think that helped my strategy a decent amount. The only thing I had to worry about was the pagan conquests that I did. In terms of ideas, I took the colonizing ideas first. I eventually ended up with doing trade. I probably should have had a military idea here instead, because my military started falling really far behind around this point, and it would have been better if I had done military ideas earlier. So aside from that, I think that it's a relatively simple achievement. You have a lot of time to do it. Toward the end, do not be afraid. The only thing that you end up with as a penalty for having too many colonies is it costs a lot of money. Make sure that you have well over your limit toward the end of the game. When you start making money hand over fist, you want to just make as many colonists as you can. So in the 1700s, for most of it, I had between 7 and 8 colonists running simultaneously to finish up North America. And that is the expected result. You have plenty of money by that point if you're on track to run all those colonists, and things should go relatively smoothly. I finished somewhere around the 1750s, and I played really sloppily. So as long as you remember to take these little islands, and as long as you are able to fight and win wars against Portugal and Spain and Britain, it should be relatively easy. Britain is easy to win wars against because they have a big navy, but they don't have a military to speak of. Spain and Portugal can be more difficult because they're usually together, and Spain can end up with a massive navy as well as a massive army because they formed this so quickly. But anyway, that's it for me, so thank you for watching, and I hope this has been useful for you.